is it that angels occasionally will dine with us? Well, if I remember the Old Testament, there are places where angels said, well, we're not going to eat. They didn't really need to eat. Hebrews 13:2 is the verse I refer to. Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by so doing some people have entertained angels without knowing it. No, I think the reference there could be to Abraham, who in Genesis 18 was visited by some angels, but there are many others who were visited by angels. The point in the scripture was they didn't know they were angels. And the point of Hebrews 13 is not, set an extra seat at the table because an angel may stumble in. I think the point is to show hospitality. Hospitality was a very important virtue in the ancient world and in most of the modern world too. Now again, we fasten on a passage like Hebrews 13:2, just like we do Hebrews 1:14, and we lean towards the sensationalistic. We think, oh, well, have I ever had an angel at my house? That's not the point of the passage. The point of the passage is to be hospitable. And if I read the Old Testament correctly, when angels appeared, the humans to whom they appeared were scarcely aware that they were angels. There are very few exceptions to this. Normally, the humans thought they were fellow humans. They didn't know. It seems popular these days to assume that if you meet someone who's very nice or helpful just in the nick of time, and then you turn around to thank him and he's gone, or you're at the bus stop and maybe it was a homeless guy who said some word that was prophetic or whatever, and then you came back the next day and he's no longer there, or maybe the bus comes and you look out the window and he's gone. And we think that, oh, well, maybe that was an angel. Well, if I read the scriptures correctly, we would probably not know even if we did meet an angel. Isn't it more likely if we turn around and the person we were speaking to is no longer there? Isn't it more likely that it's because we got distracted, or that we live in such a fast-paced world that we lose contact, we lose connection with people? Hey, if we can lose connection with people we've been friends with for years, how much more easily could we lose connection with someone we've only been talking to for 10 seconds? Yes, it's possible that it's an angel who was there temporarily, got whisked up to heaven or dispatched to another part of the earth. But isn't it much more likely that there's a different explanation? At any rate, do we meet angels? I cannot say. Hebrews 13:2 doesn't say we do. It simply says that we need to extend hospitality because in the past some, by doing so, have entertained angels. So I think we should be cautious about accepting the claims that some people have made about angelic encounters. Well, I've given you a couple of suggestions for further reading and listening, and if you really want detail, check out the International Standard Bible Encyclopedia. It's free. It's all online. I hope this has been interesting to you as we've talked about angelic beings, the demonic, the angelic, the cherubim, the seraphim, and a number of miscellaneous questions. Whatever your reaction is to this podcast, my prayer would be that we not fasten on the sensational, even though there are some mysterious and sensational aspects of God's revelation to us, but that we fasten on obedience, on knowing God and having a passion to make Him known to others.